Welcome back. Well, today is the first day of spring, and with warmer days ahead, we are thinking about a nice, cool, refreshing wine. Our wine and spirits expert, Hayley Hamilton, is here to tell us about a few of her favorite rosé wines. Perfect for springtime. I love rosé, and springtime, this is like all I want to drink.
Exactly, and I drink rosé all year, but it does seem like once it gets a little warmer, rosé is the perfect wine. And the nice thing about rosé is they really do make a rosé in pretty much any red wine variety. You can find a rosé in that. So maybe if you
like if I like Pinot Noir.
Exactly, then you're going to be able to find a rosé that's also made with that same grape, because they basically just kind of either press the grapes or bleed the grapes to actually get the color, because the color comes from the skin. So.
Now, why is rosé more prominent during the springtime? Is it because they're better grapes this time of year, or like it's a better taste?
Usually you'll drink a rosé very young, and so a lot of them are actually just released. Like a lot of these are just being harvested from the previous season, gone through their fermentation, a little bit of aging in the bottle, and then they're out on the market.
Got it. Okay,
so you
well,
want to drink them you want to drink them pretty young. First one is from Domaine Carneros. This is their Rosé Cuvée de la Pompadour. It's named after Madame de la Pompadour, who was a part of Louis XV's court, who basically said champagne is the only wine a woman can drink and remain beautiful, which just that is enough to make me want to drink.
And that's the question I have, is rosé a champagne or is it a wine?
Both. It can be made in a still or a sparkling wine.
So will I have as much of a headache drinking rosé as I do when I drink champagne?
You'll have, it's alcohol is alcohol is alcohol.
Okay.
So, but this is a really beautiful half Pinot Noir, half Chardonnay blend. And then the next one this is what we have in our glass.
Half Pinot Noir, half Chardonnay?
Half Chardonnay blend.
Oh my God, those are like my two favorite drinks, is Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
They're the two traditional grapes of Champagne.
Oh my gosh, I think I'd really like that one.
And made in the traditional Champagne method. Really beautiful, bubbly, fantastic. It's about $38, $40. Really great, great one to find. Next one comes from John Lasseter. Had one of Lasseter's wine on a couple weeks ago. Love his wines, was just out and tried. This is his new release of his Angouet, exactly, of what we have in our glass. And it's a blend. He loves the wines of Provence. This is his Syrah-based rosé blend from his Sonoma County.
Oh, that's so good. It makes me want to like sit on a patio with a book and like a nice breeze and a fedora and like a straw hat.
Just sit and drink.
I'm daydreaming right now.
Exactly. Really beautiful wine. You can find it on his website, about $24. Next one is from Mulderbrush. It's a South African wine, and this one is maybe you like a cab, a big beefy Cabernet Sauvignon, but you want a little lighter wine during the summertime or springtime.
So you get kind of that same body, but just not the heaviness.
The heaviness, exactly. Okay. Some of the same flavors, your dark cherry, your spice, some of those good notes within this actual rosé made from Cabernet Sauvignon, just a little bit lighter. It's about $10, so you can find it pretty much everywhere.
This is $10?
It's $10, and really, really beautiful.
That's nice. So for you Yellowtail fans out there,
this is a good
for you gas station wine buyers, this is up your alley.
But all of these are very, very dry, so that's the other thing. When you look for a rosé, I personally like something that's not sweet, that's very, very dry. Next one is Impatience, which is...
Oh my gosh, I've had this. They serve this at Bistro 31
they do,
in Highland Park Village, and I get this every time I go to Bistro 31.
Yes, it's a really, really beautiful rosé from Provence. So this is your traditional... Provence is known for their rosé, and this is a Grenache Cinsault blend. Really light, very fragrant, lots of kind of those watermelon, grapefruit notes. And for somebody who can't drink watermelon, but you can have
I love the flavor of this because it almost tastes like a sweet juice. I don't know how to describe that.
It's very fruit forward.
If you are nervous, like my mother is really doesn't like to drink anything unless it's like a Corona. So I'm trying to get her on wine, and we've started with rosé, and she's had this before, and she likes it because she doesn't really like the taste of wine.
That's too heavy, and this is going to still have lots of good fruit notes while being dry. So it's still a dry wine. It's not a sweet wine, but it's going to have those good kind of fruit forward notes that you want to find. Last one is Amapola Creek from Richard Arrowwood. This is, and I love it because he calls it, instead of a rosé, it's his rose cuvée, and he actually had the bottle designed with roses on it. This is your traditional kind of Rhone blend. This is your Grenache, Mourvedre, Syrah, a little touch of Viognier, and it's just a really, really nice, light, Like I said, all of these are just being released now. They're new vintages, so you want to drink them young, you want to drink them ice cold, and just really enjoy spring.
Well, I feel like I got quite the rose education. I like it. Okay, you can find more about each of these wines and details on Hayley's website, which we'll get to that in a second. But the Dallas Uncorked 10th anniversary celebration is happening, and that's happening on Hayley's website, which is dallasuncorked.org. Okay.